internet. Okay, so this week, Rosie and I are going to react to The Wilds on Amazon Prime. But before we do so, it's time for...
It's 2021 and we're all in survival mode. Another lockdown. Another great series to binge watch. But more importantly, Surfshark the Musical is back. More epic than ever before. How will our creative songwriting skills go? A new studio? New instruments? And too much time on our hands. Will we ever watch the end of Portrait of a Lady on Fire? The answer is no. In case you didn't already know, Surfshark is an app or browser extension that lets you place your laptop or device anywhere in the world and lets you access the internet as if you're in that country. This means that if you want to watch reality show The Cabins but don't have access to ITV Hub, you can use Surfshark to change your location and watch to your heart's content. Surfshark is a VPN that doesn't keep logs, meaning
it doesn't monitor, store, or keep track of your online whereabouts or actions in any way. Surf in a clean cyber ocean with no ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts.
reel them in. Reel them in. Surfshark is the only VPN to offer one account on an unlimited number of devices.
So use our code Rose and Rosie to get 83% off and 3 extra months for free.
Surfshark even offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself.
Link in the description below. Okay, so we were recommended The Wilds by a lot of you. We decided to watch all 10 episodes before reacting, because that's only fair.
We just finished watching it.
Holy crap.
It's amazing. Well, I do have some grievances which I'll get through.
Do you?
Yeah, but they're very minor.
You know me, I go in thinking I'm gonna hate it, it's gonna be cringe. As you know guys, I'm quite difficult to please.
I don't find it difficult to please you.
I don't have a lot of patience. It's something I'm working on actually, because I think it's a problem I'm finding to be my problem.
Quick synopsis, haven't written this down, I'm making up. A group of teen girls are meant to go on like a female empowerment course. They're playing crash lands on a desert island and they have to survive. Basically, I'm gonna spoil it, basically.
Shit.
Where do I begin?
At the beginning.
Okay, at the beginning. It's woke as fuck, which we stan. We really stan it.
We stan it.
It's diverse, which we stan. I feel like shows like this is the future, and I think it's really great that we've got something just more representative of everyone and their feelings. And I'm also pleased because I feel like when sometimes there's an all-female cast, it immediately gets written off as shit. For example, the Ghostbusters remake.
Oh yeah, I loved that.
And Captain Marvel, everyone said it was shit. It wasn't shit. You're just mad because it was a woman. People instantly be like, oh, Ghostbusters won't be good because it's all female. Shut up. It was all male and it was good. Why can't it be all female and good? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I made notes and I just want to get some things out of the way that I really, really liked about it. So it's a diverse cast.
Yes.
And you can tell that they weren't just like, oh, you know, let's have a like white cast and then just like box tick and just get anyone to make it not white. They didn't do that. They really thought carefully about it.
Yeah.
For example, there's a character who's Native American. Her episode was directed by a Native American person as well. So they really thought about it.
And I really enjoyed everybody's story.
I loved everybody's story.
Storytelling in The Wilds is really, really top notch. Loved it.
It reminded me a little bit of Euphoria in that I thought they had great back characters.
Yeah, they did.
Not back characters.
Characters.
The story arc behind the characters.
Narrative flow.
Yes. Sarah Streicher, I think I'm saying that right. She created it because she's an adult woman, but she had her heart broken so badly, she felt that it took her back to her adolescence, and so wrote this. And I think it's really amazing how in touch she is with the teenagers of today.
Of course.
I thought it's everything I love. It's all about women. It's feminism. It's being representative. I think it does speak for the upcoming generation. I've got a quote here. It's that we've managed to make it primarily women in front of and behind the camera in the creative positions that have power in the show. That doesn't happen very often and it ought to be happening more. It feels good to be part of one.
I've got strong Reese Witherspoon vibes.
Yes. I just think it's in touch. And I think so many shows about young girls aren't in touch and can get really silly.
Yeah.
I thought it was just fantastic.
Me too, I loved it. Okay, Rosie, I've got a few questions that I've written myself, putting you in kind of like a desert island survival scenario.
Okay.
So, Rosie, what's your desert island strategy?
I actually wrote down in my notes my mild criticism of the girls on the island, right? Why were they all so reluctant to build a shelter? That would be the first thing I'd do.
That's so true.
They really annoyed me. I get that they were probably really low on energy and mentally, emotionally drained from being on a desert island. island. That would have been the first thing I did. And then
I've got hair in my mouth. Can you help me?
Let's have a look.
I wouldn't survive on an island.
And then the other thing, it took them to like the final episode, spoiler alert, to hunt for food. So you know they found the lychees?
Yes.
Lychee, I don't know.
Why didn't you search the whole area?
I was like, well, you could have just found that sooner, couldn't you? Like,
or a Morrison's.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't even look for a Morrison's, did they?
They didn't.
They had sex before they even found some fruit, didn't they? Those girls.
Yeah, they did. How did they survive on the island with no soap, taking a poopy?
Oh, that's easy. You just go and wash. Just wash in the sink.
With the salt water, that would have stung me.
Well, it depends how hard you're pushing, Rosie, doesn't it?
Also, this is just silly criticism. This is just silly.
Yeah.
When they had the food poisoning, that would have come out of both ends at the same time. It was that bad.
Which role on the island would you automatically adopt?
Shelby's.
What do you mean by that?
Positivity.
Got it.
Optimism.
Got it.
And also a little bit of Martha, because Martha was in denial, right? Loads of the characters were, rightfully so, angry. I felt like it showed all the different emotions of how they were dealing with it. Like Fatin was just like, no, not dealing with it. Shelby was being really positive. It made me realise I wouldn't get angry, even though I should. But I'd just be like, it's fine. Like, I don't know, I'd be like Martha and Shelby. I'd be denial and positivity.
I agree.
Like, which is not the right coping mechanism. Also, I'm not a very good swimmer.
Do you know what you would be good at though? Being shark bait.
Oh, that's very mean.
What plot point out of the following annoyed you the most?
Yes.
A. Dot losing the lighter. B. Rachel dropping the mirror. Or C. Shelby's asymmetrical hair.
Shelby's asymmetrical hair.
More than the mirror situation.
Yeah, it killed me. Mirrors break. Things happen.
No,
things happen.
It was Rachel's reaction to her own dropping of the mirror that killed me.
Why am I only just realising that maybe the mirror was symbolic?
Of what?
Well, when you drop a mirror, it's bad luck. And then, like, literally Rachel lost her hand to a shark. Like, loads of stuff went wrong.
There wasn't a lot of positive things that happened within the show.
Some.
Well, the gay storyline was one.
Shelby's asymmetrical hair killed me because when she was walking around with it, she kept touching it, being like, yeah, it looks silly. It's like, just knock the other side off.
Why didn't she level it out?
It annoyed me. I never saw them brushing their hair, and their hair got really wild. You have actually got access to a hairbrush on a desert island.
I do feel like there was a middle ground with Shelby. Like, okay, so she lobbed half of it off, but when she was like rescued, in quotes, like she shaved the whole thing. Like she could have maybe had some kind of tidy up.
She had a nice bob.
Look, I like a shaved dome.
Same.
I really do. I like it.
Kristen Stewart.
I love it.
A classic example.
Huge fan. I'm
also,
just saying.
when Kate Hudson did it.
Bold choice. What would be the most likely cause of your death?
Drowning.
Really?
Yeah, I really think. Yeah.
Don't you think other people would kill you first?
Probably. I feel like I am the weakest link.
Oh, babe, I don't think so. I think positivity goes a really long way. In your case, maybe not so much.
What would be yours?
The most likely cause of my own death?
Yeah, stubbornness. Not listening.
That's absolutely accurate.
Yeah, not
Someone
listening.
would warn me about something.
I'd be really specific and she wouldn't remember. I'd be like, right,
Don't be
Rose,
stupid.
don't eat those berries because I know that they're poisonous. And Rose would be like, okay, I ate the berries. Oh, what? I didn't hear you. Don't remember you saying it. God, sorry. That's what you would do.
You got personal.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Also, I'm not being funny, but their sun damage is unreal.
Also, that annoyed me, right?
They not
because
make leaf hats.
They got given sun
Visors.
cream and visors, and then they've all got peeling noses. And I'm like, guys, skin cancer's very real.
You
Like,
know?
protect yourself.
Exactly.
And they had shelter. They had a literal cave.
No.
Also, I don't know why they didn't hang out by the watering hole. I'm not being rude, but they were dirty a lot of the time, right? And I was like, no offense, right? You've got to see right there,
Yeah.
a watering hole, and Fatin brought her makeup. Why are you so dirty? Like,
Just wash once
Just
in a while.
wash.
Alright, don't give up on day 2.
well, I'm just saying, it doesn't all have
I
to go to
agree.
shit just because you're on a desert island. There are things to do. You've got a hairbrush. Some of them landed in like athleisure wear. They were lucky because that's the best thing to have on an island. I know I'd like dress like a complete fool for my private jet and then be like, oh, fuck.
What's your number 1 desert island item? A classic question.
Well,
Is
do
it
I have
me?
access to all the stuff that they already have, like the lighter, the sunscreen, the visors? I love those visors.
Alright, you've got everything they've got, plus
get
the
one
addition
more.
of one more thing.
A survival book. Did it annoy you guys so much, right, when Leah burned her book, that they just burned the whole thing?
The whole thing.
I was like,
They
okay,
didn't
but you
rip
could
it
have
up.
eked that out.
Yeah.
You could have used it to start
Yeah, everyone
fire.
knows that was going to sort of like start a bit of oxygen, just whack the whole thing down. It really annoyed me.
Who was your hero character? It's really difficult
Honestly,
because I love them all.
I loved Dot's survival instinct, but I think the most underrated character for me was Fatin, and I actually...
Yeah, I really like Fatin.
She's probably my favourite character.
Yeah, she's
because
really
I
cool.
really enjoyed her story, and I thought she was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked as well how they had on there like a really sex positive person who like knew herself, knew her body, like was just so cool. I really enjoyed that. Plus, I loved her style.
I'd definitely be friends with Fatin.
Yeah,
Fatin and
I'd
Dot.
be friends with all of them. But I tell you what, Leah did annoy me a lot.
Leah annoyed me too.
Yeah,
she was really
annoyed me a
annoying.
lot. Some characters I was like meh about, and then you go into their backstory and you can't help but like really love them and get behind them.
Fun fact, at first I didn't like Tony. Unpopular opinion, because she is a lesbian, which means I should automatically love her. But I ended up loving her.
I didn't like her because she smacked Shelby in the face with that brand.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Can I say, some of the girls did things that I would never.
Like what?
For example,
like what?
Rachel held Leah under the water. She
Right.
could have literally done, and then got angry, right? When Leah called her a psychopath. She was like, yeah, call me a psychopath. It's like, yeah.
The
you held her
gaslighting.
under- yeah.
The gaslighting
It's the
for
gaslighting
me.
for me. Unacceptable. Also, I don't know why Leah didn't just tell everyone.
No, that's
I'd be
right.
like, just so you know, she held me down under the water.
Can I just
like,
say-
just FYI, she tried to kill me.
At that point, Rachel was dead to me. I've accepted her difficulties in life, but I never liked her.
I ended up liking her.
Rosie, she held her under the water.
Yeah, I know, but then I liked her struggle with when she got scared of going in the water, and I liked her.
Yeah, that was brave. And then the shark thing.
Yeah.
The gay storyline.
Yeah, the queer story arc.
Do you know what? I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot.
I think it's really interesting how they brought religion into it. I think that has been portrayed a lot, the religious, like, oh, I can't, but then I think it's obviously really, really important because so many people feel it, whether it's from religion or parents disapproving, and I think that's really hard. And I really like the development of Shelby's character.
I did as well.
Yeah.
I like the fact that those two are like, but it wasn't like a cliche. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I hate
Even
you,
if
but
it
I love.
was.
Yeah, but I know, but it
I
did,
love hate to love.
It unravelled quite authentically for me, which
Yeah.
I liked. It was a good story.
Yeah, it was a
you
good
know, it was
story.
good, wasn't it? I hope those two make it. But
Yeah.
I hope they all make it. I hope no one dies.
Yeah, because there is a season 2.
One thing I will say, I said to Rosie, we were like halfway through episode 10, and I was like, I don't know how they're going to finish this without it being like ambiguous or a little bit disappointing. But I will say, excellent ending. Okay, so not everything was wrapped up, but that's okay because we know it's not supposed to be, right?
No.
And I thought it was a really good lead on to the second season. I rated it highly.
So I had some questions at the end. I can't tell if I'm stupid or not. So
Let us know in the comments if you think Rosie is stupid
or not. And tell me if you ask these questions or if I'm the only dumb one.
I'm excited. Okay, go on.
Gretchen, was her son really the guy that killed Quinn, Nora's love interest, or was she just lying? Because she said, yeah, that's my son. I don't believe her because when she went to the mental institution, she said, oh, I just booked myself in there to talk to you, the therapist guy.
But she's such a trustworthy character. Why would you not believe what she says?
Who else suspected Nora, right?
Called it.
Rose
Episode 5
called Nora.
called it.
But does that 100% mean that Dot's not involved? And I'll tell you why. Dot still mentioned that her dad had the meeting with Gretchen. And she had that meeting with Gretchen where she went, what's the catch? And she was like, there is no catch. So,
Do we not trust Dot?
well, I'm just
My world
saying,
shattered.
I'm just saying there was always a plot twist. I'm just saying, how do we know? And also, it looked to me like when I watched Nora's storyline, when we found out Nora was the imposter or whatever,
I was angry.
It sounded like she was still quite naive, and unlike Jeanette/Lynn, Lynn seemed to know exactly the deal.
Lynn was cool, wasn't she?
She was cool, but morally corrupt if she
Yeah.
knew what was going on.
Aren't we all?
But then why did she carry on? She actually thought about smothering Leah.
Yeah.
That was
Intense.
shady. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Intense.
massively shady. I mean, she goes and speaks to trees, you know?
Was the shark planted? I can't trust anything at this point. How would they control it? Well, you don't know where the island is. You don't know if it's like a simulated island in a way.
Or if it was a remote control shark.
Yeah, exactly. You've no idea.
I feel like they would have known that there were sharks in the water way before day.
But then don't
22?
sharks not normally come so close in?
I don't know, should we ask a shark?
And then finally, how did Shelby break her leg? Like, what was up with Shelby's leg? I mean,
Did she break it or was she just hopping?
well, she was hopping on crutches, right? Also, it really frustrated me that Leah crawled out whole and then didn't get to tell anyone
That
about
was so
Nora.
annoying.
And obviously she didn't because, you know, Shelby went, you were right. So she didn't know that she was right.
No. We need more closure. I'm so excited for season 2.
I'm so excited.
All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and take care of yourself. If you do find that you're stuck on a desert island, be aware of remote control sharks.
Yeah, build a shelter.
Build a shelter.
Why the reluctance?
And honestly, having sex before finding the fruit, I mean, I can't diss it because it's like a stylistic choice for some people, but like for me, I would say food first, sex later.
Or food before and after.
Or during.
I think they ate a lychee before they had a little kiss, which was nice.
That would be
Freshen the breath
I was going to
after
say,
being
like
on
a
the
palate
island.
cleanser.
Yeah.
Bye!
Bye.